On YouTube. We running a little late, man. You know this is hip hop, so you know the routine, guys. A little late. But nonetheless, we are finally here. And I would like to welcome all of y'all who are here now or watching this later. Welcome to a new episode of Live from the Basement Concert Series. This is something that started back in 2020. I was on my way to Europe for a tour. Unfortunately, the pandemic came in and had other plans for all of us. And, me being the resourceful individual that I am, I decided to say, you know what, let me go ahead and do a live stream event at the crib. So that's what I did. I gathered up a few hip hop heads, some that you might know, like Large Professor, legendary producer and MC. He did a phenomenal DJ set. And I also had legendary Shades of Brooklyn MC Al Tejada and Raw Wattage. And we did a super dope event. It was dope. I'll be posting that very soon. Since then, I've been traveling around Europe, doing a do. And then I kind of got really reintroduced to YouTube, man. YouTube is a powerful, powerful, powerful thing. And I've met a lot of people, And I got this one guy that I met who goes by the name of Freshkils. I met him, I want to say it was more than 12 years ago at my studio in Brooklyn. And this guy, I tell you, is a machine. I'm gonna introduce him shortly, but I just want to give the proper introduction before we go to him. This guy right here, at first when I met him, I thought he was a little bugged out because I'm like, man, this guy's just jolly and like a purist, a music purist. And he's running around the city playing beat sets with his MPC live. He's sending me messages all the time. Yo, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there. So this guy works. He's from Canada. And man, I have so much respect for this guy. I ended up reaching out to him. He randomly sent me another message like, hey, I'm gonna be in New York. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be in Europe. But I hit him up. I said, yo, you know what? I'm doing a live stream, man. I would love to have you involved because I think, people need to see how crazy you are with this machine. He was like, yo, I'm down. So I'm so excited and privileged to have him here today. Allow me to introduce to you my main man, Freshkils.
Yeah.
That's the crowd, my brother. That's the crowd. Man, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. 12 years. That's when you said that hit me, right?
It probably was more because it was when I first got the studio. I left that studio in 2013. So that's when Al was working with me at that time. And that was when I first got the studio. So it might have been like 2007, 8 or some craziness.
Hardy Boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2010, something like that.
Okay.
Long time nonetheless, man. But how have you been, my brother?
It's been wild, man. It's been wild. Really good. Recently, getting my life together. I got off the road and I was on the road heavy for a long time. And 2019, I sort of calmed down and I picked. And I know we talked a little bit about this. Like, I picked a weird year to stop touring heavy. I happened to pick the pandemic year. So
as luck would have it.
Right? I mean, I fall ass backwards into lucky things, so I'm blessed like that. But I would have been 5 months into booking my spring summer touring, and I took that time to kind of get back to the business, like build up my studio business, which is the backbone of everything I do, just engineering and running the studio, recording, mixing artists, producing artists, and so that's been wonderful and putting out some crazy records, hitting Europe, like you said. We were talking about. Just how amazing some of the European markets are.
Shout out to Europe.
Yeah. So back and forth there a little bit, and just running the studio and producing like a madman. And gonna be in New York next month, putting out a record with Henry Canyons of the Backwoods.
Nice, bro. How did you connect with those guys, by the way? Because that whole crew, they doing like festivals and they doing a lot of stuff.
If you can imagine because I was torn. I would back Billy Woods. I connected with them through Prem Rock. Prem Rock and I had the same booking agent out of Buffalo, New York,
Okay.
and we ended up on tour together. And you're gonna understand what I mean when I say this. We were like the only two adults in many rooms we were in, if that makes sense. Like,
Yep. Yep.
right,
The
where
mature,
we kind of
the grown and sexy
yeah,
section.
yeah, like we were in Europe and everybody was screwing around, and we were like, yo, we got a train to catch. Like, we got to get to sound check. Like, this kind of mentality. And so we got really tight, did some records, and he was already kind of in that camp. Connected, he obviously Curly Castro and the Wrecking Crew cats out of Philly. Him and Castro became Shrapnel, and they put out an amazing record this past year, produced by Controller 7. Shout out. But if you can imagine, we went on tour with Billy Woods, and I was backing Billy Woods on this West Coast run.
Wow.
And it was funny because I got my silly hair, and I'm selling, I'm selling this
Hustle,
stuff.
baby.
And Woods, I mean, if you heard Woods, I mean, he's got that dour music, like real dense, real heavy, real hard, kind of hitting stuff. And what am I doing back there? But we had a blast, and honestly, just watching what those guys have done in the past few years has been really incredible, and I've learned a lot just being around them. And so, yeah, but it's lucky, right? I mean, you know how that goes. Like, I'm on this show because I met you however many years ago and kept in touch, and we kept working, and we, like you sort of see, I don't know, real recognize real is kind of cliche, but there's something to that, like we're still in it. The people that stick around over years, you see them grow, you see them, and we said it earlier too, we're still here. Like, we're still here, and so that's kind of what it is.
What a blessing, man.
Yeah.
What a blessing. But really quick, before we get into, like, 'cause I want to definitely get into some of these beats. Who are some of the folks that you've worked with, like, especially like in Canada, and you said some names earlier, but who are some of the folks that you work with in Canada, as well as, worldwide, and even toured with some people that some folks might be familiar with?
I kind of started out with a cat named Ghetto Socks, and we did a lot of, he was a Juno nominated artist out of Canada. We had a couple of Junos, are like the Canadian Grammys.
Nice.
So we're lucky enough to get a couple Canadian Grammy noms, which again meant something here, which allowed me to kind of tour nationally here. And we toured with, Pumpkinhead, rest in peace.
Of course, man.
Elda Sensei, different people from the States that we were just, El, man, shout out to El. What a
Ella Sensei.
Yeah.
He was on. I did my second European tour was with Ella Sensei. That was like a real tour, bro. It was like 12 or 13 dates, but like it was 10 dates straight in a van, traveling from. Shout out to the Snow Goons and Ed OG, and it was Mr. Cheeks, myself, and me, and at the time I was in my fitness journey tip, and me and El, El's a muscle man, so we would get out and we'd be having like push-up competitions every stop.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, man. He was cooking, man. I remember he cooked us chicken, and I was tripping the whole time. I was like, I can't believe this man. He was so gracious with us, and it was like, it was just unbelievable. But yeah, I got really, I mean, I want to say I was lucky. I mean, I think luck is part of it, but touring and working with those cats, the Canadian Grammys, I won some battles in 2011, and my life kind of changed. And I mean, we share the stage. I opened for a lot of people. I opened for Ice Cube and Barry, which was crazy.
Oh, wow.
But I started getting these gigs, and I think you'll understand this too. Like, I was like, why am I getting put on? And they would put me on right before the headliners, and I was trying to figure out why that was, because I was like, I'm not. I was young at the time, and I think part of it was that what I do was different. It was almost like a palate cleanser, like putting me on after 9 acts of rap. I'm kind of like the slice of grapefruit before the entree. You know what I mean? Because like I'm in. It's instrumental what I'm doing, but it's still hip hop. It's still banging. It's still cool. It's funny. Like I don't take myself too serious. I do some pretty funny routines, especially back in the day.
Gotta have fun with it.
That's right. So that stuff really like put me on stages, like, just put me on big stages and kind of got me out. And then the booking agent thing with Prem Rock, that just they had me on the road heavy, because what I do, you have to see it. You were asked the question who I worked with and stuff, but in answer to that question, I mean, I've done beats for a lot of like guest stuff. So like I didn't produce for Cool G Rap, but I produced for like feature, homie got a feature from Cool G, So I
Nice.
I'm supposed to say, right? I'm supposed to say I produced for Cool G Rap, but it feels weird for me to say that, but you know how that goes, right? Like, how
Nah,
do you
but
feel about that?
hey, man, you did, right? You did
Right? I
produce.
did.
That's a credit. You know,
That's
hey, let me tell you something. I learned to take credit, bro. I don't give a shit if I added a hi hat. You know what I'm saying? I don't
yeah,
care if my contribution played a part. So I'm gonna take my
yeah.
credit because that's how
Well,
we get more jobs. You know?
that's right. So then if that's okay to say, then I'm going to say a bunch of other crazy stuff right now, which is I worked on Rihanna's first record.
Wow, that's big.
I wor- yeah, I worked on that. I worked with I spent a week in the studio with Alicia He Muhammad from Tribe because my mentor
Yeah,
was
he's
K Cut.
crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. My mentor was K Cut of the Main Source, and so
Wow.
I spent my first 3 years just as his engineer, and that was that no, that was before I came to New York. I think I met you, but that plugged me in too. Like that really put me in like working with Socrates, working with a lot of Canadian legends that way, Chaclair and some others. And then yeah, I mean engineering, you share the stage with a lot of people, and the pad stuff just kind of took off. Like just to finish the answer to your question, not to get too off track, but
No, we're good.
this pad thing was really like a fad. It's just like a side thing of what I was doing when I was producing. I wanted to figure out how to program drums in a natural way, and the virality of me being on the pads is what everybody comes to know you for, even though it's like, you know, I'm an engineer, I'm a producer, but the pads is really the thing that kind of took me everywhere, And
That's a blessing, bro. And I can't wait. I
uh,
can't wait for you to show the people what you do on these pads. You know. And yeah, I'd like to give you the floor. Thank you again for taking the time out. And I mean, your socials are listed here, Freshkils. But if there's anything you want to let the folks know, to check you out or follow you anywhere,
um,
feel free.
yeah, Freshkils.bandcamp, everything at Freshkils, 1L, Freshkils on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Sorry to say, I'm still gonna be on TikTok, y'all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
check it
got
out.
we got we got screwed here in the states, but
Yeah.
I think Trump is going to do something about that. He's a money guy, so
Well, you get yourself a Canadian VPN, and we might have something for you.
this is true. This is true. There's tons of
Yeah.
workarounds here.
There you go.
Tons of workarounds. All right, my brother Warrior, I'm gonna let you get to it. And party people, Fresh Kills, about to kill it, about to do what he does. Vamos.
Shout out to AJ Suede. He's getting on this one.
Oh, fresh.
Fresh as monkey's breath, brother.
So when you research, check it, here go the evidence.
Shout out for Sean Eroshin. It's for my album Disclaimer. Jeez. It's the title track for my solo record, Disclaimer. I'm gonna go sad boy on you now. Available on UrbNet Records.
Super duty, super duty, super duty, super duty, super duty on a different thought plane. Super duty on a different thought plane. Super duty on a different, super duty on a different thought Super duty on a different thought plane.
Shout out Freshkils, killing it, killing it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yo. Incredible, my brother.
Thank you.
Incredible. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this thing set up,
Shorter than I thought. Damn, I hope that was all right. But yeah.
bro. It was fire. I was here with shout out to my main man, Smooth Engineer. We here tuned in. He's hype. He's hype. He's ready to get his YouTube channel popping.
Yeah.
Yo, man. So what's the exact model of MPC that you are using?
I got an MPC Live 2. I got sponsored essentially by, not by Akai directly, but by the company that handles their sales and retail and promo in Canada.
Wow,
And
that's a huge look, brother.
it was a big thing at the time, and it took me years and years and years. Of course, like in the States, they don't need me to sell MPCs. You guys got J Black, you got Exile, you got A-Rap Music, you got tons of killer MPC players. But yeah, so I'm just saying that to say that they take pretty good care of me, and I get I get new stuff, and they kind of keep me like going in terms of like if things go down. So my Live 1, I had to get that repaired after like just destroying the like wear and tear. And so they gave me the Live 2, which I wasn't initially excited about because the speaker's cool, but it's heavy, and I like the portability of everything. But I love this machine; it's been great.
And do you feel it? Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
what's the difference between that model and let's say the traditional, I don't know, the MPC 2000 XL? I mean, with the exception of it being portable, right? But from a
Yeah.
functionality standpoint.
I mean, for example, like if a lot of the cats that were in, especially using the 2000 XL, which became such a staple, right? The 4000s threw everybody off because it had the architecture was so different. So this one definitely has a different architecture. It's very, very similar, but definitely software-wise, it was a shift. But what I might say about, if you're thinking about the company, Akai itself, like they were always known for hardware. So their software development took longer. I mean, it was like Native Instruments was running away with it for many, many years. And they concentrating on software, and obviously, as we know, apps and everything else, you could just sort of. But Akai did a ton of work to kind of get up to speed, and so the new software, it's been great. Obviously, the Renaissance was kind of the middle ground there, and then I got lucky because when I came in, they were doing the MPC Touch, and they had me part of the beta team for the Live 1, which was the first standalone they were doing with the new rig, and it was just amazing, and I love it now. I mean, it's funny. I got excited over the pandemic and pulled out my 2000. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make beats on my 2000. It's gonna be fun, And it took forever, dude. It was so hard to make beats on that thing. It was brutal. I was like, I don't know how I did this.
Yeah, copy, truncate, copy. Yeah, it's a pain.
And like mute targeting things. Like, oh my god, like there's so much stuff. But
no, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But the sound. I mean, obviously the sound. I mean, if you find an MPC 3000 for a good price, because it's the sound of the 3000s, man. Like it's that like overdriving the inputs when you're sampling drums, especially the snare. You get that like rectangularized kind of bit crush snare. It sounds like you're hitting a bag of meat. Like that's the snare that we want. That's why MPC 3000s in good shape are going for like $5,000. I mean, some of these you're probably seeing this stuff. I love keeping my eye out. See if somebody needs to pay alimony or something like that, and they're gonna try to like go one of these things. But like the prices for some of this stuff is crazy. But yeah, that's why.
You know what I love about you too, man. Aside from you being a good positive person and an amazing producer and technician on that MP, you're also an engineer, man. And being an engineer, engineers can relate to engineers.
Yeah.
I have. We can have nerd talk. I think we're gonna have to have like a special session one day, just engineers, because I'm actually here with an amazing engineer as well. My man, come say hello to the people, man. My man, Smooth Engineer, great engineer.
Hey.
Yo, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm listening to you, and it's just like, wow, it's euphoric for me. This is my world. It's like it's your world, so it's a blessing to meet you, man. Keep doing it.
The blessing is mine, man. I appreciate y'all so much.
We're going to have an engineer talk session one day. We could just nerd out and just talk about all things mixing and plugins and stuff like that.
You had an Avalon 737 when I walked
got
in
it.
Yo, I've been looking for one of those because they don't come down below like
Never.
find them for less than $2,000 or so whatever. And then the American dollar's crushing the Canadian dollar. So like I'm in a hole when I'm trying to find that stuff. Cause then I get, oh my God, it's only 17. But then it's like, no, that's 2,500 for me.
Yeah. It's never going down. Those things retain the value. Yeah. One quick question though. How are you on the UAD plugins? Are you into the UAD plugins?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you mentioned, cause I'm an if it ain't broke kind of a cat. Like I was never chasing stuff. And part of what ended up happening was I would be so busy that I wouldn't want to guinea pig someone's sessions on plugins I didn't know yet. So it was always a slower process for me. Plus, like, the updating and remember like the 32-bit flow. You want to nerd out when things went 32 to 64, everything went haywire. Yeah. And I'm walking into these studios. I remember walking into EMI Publishing. I was doing sessions there, and they had OS 9, and they had, oh my God, they had crazy plugins that we'd never know what they were now. Like they'd never got reinvented, but like they had such an amazing setup there. They just were like, we're not gonna mess with this because we're gonna lose all this cool stuff. Yeah. So I just never wanted to do that because I'd be like, man, I can't be like reinstalling plugins for 2 days.
Sure. I love UAD, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think those plugins are incredible.
I do too. I just
also some of the Brainworks stuff is also like, I think, to me, I feel like their SSLs are like the most accurate, most spot on.
Interesting. The fat filter stuff changed my life. Like the dynamic EQing just kind of changed everything. Like that's just.
We nerding out, man. Some of the guys right now tuned in might be like, yo, what are these guys talking about, man? That's for another conversation. That's for another day. We get on our engineer stuff.
Yeah, my man, The Count. You know The Count with a K? He does a lot of drum sounds and stuff. Anyways, he's always posting his like signal channel chains and stuff, and I'm always like, yeah. Like you have a homie that you want to ask questions, but you don't want to ask questions.
You just peeping game, like, what's he doing over here?
Like I got homies where I'm like, I know it would be fine to ask, but I feel dumb asking, and then I also feel like I'm trying to like. Anyways, I don't know.
No, I get you, bro. I get you, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, my brother, I thank you again so much, and I can't wait to do this again.
Thank you.
I know you're out to an event now, so I don't want to keep you. And I look forward, bro, to connecting and building with you, for future stuff. And
and travel safe in Europe, my man. Have a great time.
Brother.
Get them baguettes and lattes going, and those little mini quiches. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Live on those.
Yeah. And I know Europe, bro. That damn Deutsche Bahn, like the back of my hand, bro. Me and the Deutsche Bahn got beef, man. They always late. But when I first started using the train system over there, I was like, man, these guys are on point. It says it's gonna be here at 9:13. The train shows up at 9:13.
9:13. Yeah.
Like on the spot, and then things changed. Then it was a nightmare. So it's all good though, man.
Appreciate you,
my brother. Thank you, and have a great time at your event, and we shall reconvene. Make sure, party people, you follow Freshkils. This guy's a machine on the machines. You're all right, my brother. One love.
Love. Thank you.
Peace. All right, party people. There you have it. Man. Let me change my screens here. There we go. I need to change to my right here. The solo one. There we go. Yo, man, so I hope you guys you enjoyed that beat set because it was pretty crazy. Shout out to my main man, Smooth the Engineer, holding down the wheels of steel. The engineer. And I just want to say a couple things before I get into this quick set. So, I'm about to start this tour, and I've been practicing, so I was like, why not just practice live? So that's essentially what I'm going to do. And I'll be debuting my brand new single for the very first time, all right? My single, which is called Level Up, from my upcoming project. It's called Bottom of a New Level. And this project right here is some serious stuff, and I'll just give you the quick version, the quickest version I can. Essentially, I started traveling to Europe back in 2018. Shout out to my brother Ed OG for giving me the opportunity, and I kind of fell in love with music again. I just saw a sense of purity being out in Europe and just seeing how. Don't get me wrong, the same shit that's out here in New York and with the clubs and all the crazy stuff is also over there too. But I just felt like there was a sense of purity when it comes to hip hop when you go to the shows and things like that I really didn't see in New York, for a long time. So it re-energized me and gave me a newfound love for being a creative again. So things were fantastic, man. I for those that know, they know. I be in Europe like 6 months out of the year. I got real friends out there. I made like real relationships with real people. I'm not one that's trying to chase this famous person. I'm not into that. I just all for the love of the music. But I started to make some really, really great strides, and I hit a point where I kind of felt like I plateaued, and I didn't understand what was coming to me so easy started to kind of become a little different. I did this tour in France. It was one of the most brutal and hardest tours that I ever did, But, there were like some dates that was like, one show had like, I think 8 people was at the show, And you always hear these stories of people, Tech Nine, they were saying like, yo, I went to the show, there was this many people, then I came back again, then it was this one. So I experienced that, and I was like frustrated with certain aspects and different things. Yada, yada, yada. But basically, what ended up happening was I realized that I was like, yo, it was 7 people at that show, but I was the headliner. As opposed to before, I would be playing support for this person, playing support for that person, which I was very grateful for. But it was for them that the people were there, So I realized, I'm like, damn, fast forward, now I'm putting my own tours together. I'm putting my own shows, and I'm the headliner. So I realized that I made it to, like, I'm on another level now, but I'm just at the bottom of a new level. And that's part of growth, right? When we're working out in the gym, we know we bench pressing 200 pounds and we can't crack that 225, But maybe a year before that, you was only doing 185. So it's growth, it's progress. But we plateau and then we need to level up, right? So that's what this whole album is about, bottom of a new level. It's me taking all of that stuff, putting it into music. I produced the entire project myself. This is the first time I did an album where I produced it all. Mixed all by me. Everything's done, everything by me. So I'm excited about that, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So today I'm going to be, practicing for my tour, and I'll be debuting a song, which Level Up, which comes out this coming Friday, January 24th. All right. But I also would like to share one more thing with you guys. I'm doing something pretty cool and unique. All right, let me just bring the fly up here because I don't think I actually posted it up. But I'm going to show y'all some right now. I have a tour that I'm doing, and it's called, ready? It's called the Local Live Stream Tour. What is the Local Live Stream Tour, you ask? Good question. I'll show you really quick, though. Or as they say in Deutschland, einen Moment. Einen Moment. So, here we go. Bangada. Look at that right there. The Local Live Stream Tour. This tour kicks off January 24th in Basel. All right, this is a groundbreaking digital experience bringing authentic hip-hop to a global audience. What that means is I'm stopping in all these cities right here in countries that you see, plus some more. These are the ones that have been confirmed. And I'm going to be at record stores. I'm going to be at recording studios. I'm going to be at clothing stores. I'm going to be at venues. And I'm connecting with the local talent, right? I'm connecting with the local MCs. I'm connecting with the local producers. And we're going to rock. This is not about Fokis. This is about hip hop, all of us, right? So I'll perform like 1 or 2 songs at each event. So will everybody else. So this is open. If you're an MC, if you see your city on here, just make sure you pay attention. Follow on Instagram at Fokis. I'll post everything on the website, so you'll see exactly, where I'll be. But January 24th, I will be in Basel at Elk Records. Shout out to Fenton for helping put this together. We have my main man Funky Notes doing a beat set. We have Classic the Dicky doing a beat set. My man Musa is gonna be performing. But if you can't make it, I got you. You go to Fokis TV, you watch the show live, and yo, you connect with other producers, connect with some of the artists, and you get to see what's going on in each city and each scene. So let's get a round of applause for that. I'm excited about that. And if you in Switzerland, in Basel, January 24th, pop out. We're going to be there. And on the 25th, I'm in Dielsdorf, Switzerland, at a music festival with my main man, Maximum One. We got SOS. We got, damn, I don't have all the names, but that's going to be a nice one as well. So what I'd like to do now is practice my show and have you watch me practice. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep it simple. And shout out to my main man, Smooth, the engineer, for holding me down here. I know this guy for many, many years. Super incredible engineer. And we just reconnected, so that's a good thing. All right, I'm just getting my stuff together here, so give me a minute, guys. Un momento. All right, so yeah, now let me see. What we need to do is we need to put, I think it's this and this. So wait, let me just, so you're gonna have to unplug this one, right? But let me just make sure it's legit. All right, try it. All right, shit. You see me clear there? Hold on, I gotta make some adjustments. You know, this is hip hop, man. This is hip hop. So, you know, we doing this, this is hip hop, baby. There we go. This is hip hop. This is hip hop. Not scripted, raw, and uncut. So, my name is Focus. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here. And for those that watch this later. So, we just gonna get to this set right now. Shout out to my brother Smooth for holding me down. Vamos, amigo. We can start. Yeah. They say a dream is only a dream unless you put it in action. First you set your goals, then you make them happen. I don't know when, but I know that I'ma make it. Gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Always been a dream to go tour overseas. Who'd have thought LG be the one to make it happen for me? He opened the door, said, Focus, you good, just get your airfare. And we out, I said understood. Ain't gotta tell me twice, I put my money where my mouth is. I invest in myself, not like these slouches. I bring to the table, I'm willing and able to put the work in and pay dues like a cable. Bills, pocket filled with all type of dinero. Swiss franc, Canadian, pounds and euro. Can't forget the slaughties. Shout to my Polish people. We share the same struggle, different colors, but we equal. The sequel was even better than the first. Made a lot of fans, sold a lot of merch. It's one thing that I learned, this rap thing is universal. From the underground all the way to the commercial. Yeah. They say a dream is only a dream unless you put in action. First you set your goals, then you make them happen. I don't know when, but I know that I'ma make it. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second, Smooth. Let me get this vinyl right here to show these good people. Hold on, where we at, man? If you don't own that album right there, let me just find the vinyl. Okay, that album right is from a project called This Thing Called Life. And that album is produced entirely by my good man, Oh No. Here we go. Right here. It's available right now at loyaltydigitalcorp.com. Grab that album. It's fire. Now we're going to get into another joint that's from this album right here. This is my baby. This is my first double vinyl. If you don't own this, you better hurry up because we're almost finished. Okay? This one right here is also available right now. And we're going to get into one of my favorite songs from that album. This one is called This World, because what a crazy world we live in. Let's go, my brother. Yeah. And if you ain't see the video to This World, make sure you check it out. It's pretty fire. Produced by DJ Dysfunctional. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Man, this world's so cold. The stress can make the best of them fold. Had enough, you start to make the change. You ain't never felt the pain. Man, this can't be life. It's gotta be better than this. What a disparity between the poor and the rich. Had enough, you start to make the change. You ain't never felt the pain. Ever since 2020, things ain't never been the same. Feels like the whole world is going up in flames. Everybody suffering, dealing with some pain. The stress is enough to make a person insane. Kobe Bryant passed in the prime of his life, leaving 3 kids behind, along with a wife. Rest in peace, GG, and all the other victims who were on a helicopter when the law picked them. How could life be so unfair? A world so cold, police committing homicides with illegal chokeholds. No justice, no peace, riots in the streets. The rich getting richer while the rest can barely eat. Burning crosses, white sheets in plain sight. Wish I could get away from it all and take flight. Escape to a place far away from here. It's no American dream, more like a nightmare. This world, man, this world so cold. The stress can make the best of them fold. Had enough, you start to make the change. You ain't never felt the pain. Man, this can't be life. It's gotta be better than this. What a disparity between the poor and the rich. Had enough, you start to make the change. You ain't never felt the pain. Yeah. Bangata. Yes. That's all for that Seasons Change People 2 album. I don't know what we got next, but we gonna get to it, whatever it is. Woo! Project Living. 1, 2. Let's go. Single available right now, Project Living. Let's go. Now here's a little something that needs to be heard. I grew up in the ghetto, far away from the burbs. Didn't start out with much, but I made it happen. Survived the Reagan era, 90s and the gun clapping that took place day and night. The city never sleeps. It's a grind where everybody's trying to eat. I'm from the projects, so I got the hunger for more. Man, you gotta take a shot if you wanna smoke. I'm from nicer houses, Rutgers projects to be exact. I grew up in an era where people spun on their back, or mostly went bomb and wrote graffiti on the train. And all the drug dealers rock the biggest chains. I ain't saying names, but trust they was getting dinero. My man was 17 years old with an Alfa Romero. House parties were the thing, winter, fall, summer, spring. It was fresh to death if you had a 4-finger ring. Boombox blaring. In 88 it was Kane who reigned supreme along with KRSG rapping Rakim. Self-destruction was created by the Stop the Violence movement. We was cool with other blocks, but at times we got into it. First day of school was always something special indeed. 11th grade was the first time I ever smoked weed with Lil Ed and my nigga Wayne, God bless the dad. The cops came, we was laughing as we fled. Now here's a little something that needs to be heard. I grew up in hey, yo, Smooth, you was actually there for the first time I smoked weed, by the way. Word up, me, you, Wayne, Ed, we went to Smith Projects, word. Crazy.
Everybody's trying to eat.
I'm from the projects, so I got the hunger for more.
Man, you gotta take the shot
if you wanna score. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, so look, right now, we're gonna stop for a second. Right now, you know, we just shaking the cobwebs off. We getting ready for this tour, and I gotta practice anyway. So I said, why not put the cameras on and practice on YouTube and let the people see what we got going on. But that joint right there is available right now. Project Living, incredible record, produced by my man Robo Chop. He and I have an album that we're doing. Incredible producer from Cologne, Germany, Robo Chop. Okay, look him up, Robo Chop. All you MCs out there, he got some fire. If I'm not mistaken, right now we about to get into 2 songs that's off of my documentary project. And if you're not familiar with what that is, I released a documentary album. It's called Hello, My Name is Fokis. If you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, take 46 minutes and check it out. It's a very, very, very good body of work. You get to watch an artist, me, travel from New York to Europe, all across Europe, playing live shows, grinding and hustling, and making a new album. And you get to come along for the entire ride. So check it out. If I'm not mistaken, this might be one of the two songs, but we'll see what it is. Let's get to it. Ooh, this is the joint, Always Been a Dreamer. Produced by K.
Yeah, ever since I can remember.
Yeah, I always been a dreamer.
Always been a dreamer.
Shout out to all my dreamers out there.
I used to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, sir.
After that, I used to pretend I was Superman.
I was Superman.
That really taught me about using my imagination and dreaming.
Knowing that anything is possible.
Anything is possible, man. As long as you dreaming, you put the work in.
Yes, sir.
You can achieve it.
Yo,
Let's go.
Hey, yo, I put my heart and soul in this shit. I give it everything. Sometimes you put money up and don't get anything. Back in return, you live and you learn. That's why I appreciate every single dollar I earn. In my own world, some might say I'm a dreamer. I'm a lot of things, but one thing I'm not is a schemer. Stand tall, speak it direct, man of respect. Try to play me, best believe I'm coming right for your neck. I ain't with the disrespect, say that shit for the next man. Just trying to stay focused and get to these checks, man. Actions speak louder than words, and I'll be moving. The music some of y'all niggas making is real amusing, confusing. That ain't my business, so I'ma do me. Even if it means playing shows for free with no fee, or trying to get a rep, try to level up and make it to the next step. Ever since I could remember, man, I always been a dreamer. Used to be a follower, then turned into a leader. Once I learned to open my mind, I seen a big picture. But when you starting out, nobody really see it with you. You on your own, gotta make them more believers. It's not easy, but don't let it alter your demeanor. You gotta stay positive, be optimistic. Don't let them tell you that your dreams ain't realistic. When the going gets tough, the tough grind's just a matter of time. Better believe ain't nothing stopping me from getting mine. Shout out to all my dreamers, baby. Word. Make sure you check the album out. It's available on YouTube right now. Here's another joint off that album. This one is featuring my man Magic Mess from Germany. Song is hard right here, produced by Raz One. Let's go.
Yeah, Lower East Side, New York City.
Let's go.
Germany.
Yeah, yo, they say pressure bust pipes, I crush mics. I'm known to excite the competition with the words I recite. Watch me take flight to another level, different stratosphere. Raised in the ghetto, but I finally made it out of there. Now don't get it confused, cause I can move in and out of any circle. Yeah, your boy can cruise, comfortable in any circumstance. Gotta keep cool, life is like a chess game, either you win or you lose. Puff, puff, pass, pour another glass, cause we winning. Been grinding for years, but this is only the beginning. I live a fast life with a little bit of sinning. Making moves, praying that the Lord is forgiving. If not, it's dark and hell's hot. You only get one shot, so I'ma make it count and take it to the top. In the field, going hard, posted on the block. Pitching hand in hand like we were selling rocks. This is the old version. I got a new version with a chorus on there. I'll be releasing that very soon. But this is the version that's on the docu album. Make sure you check it out, cause this album is Fuego. It's called Hello, my name is Fokis. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, party people, here we go. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last song. Level Up, my new single, available this Friday. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Produced by me, featuring Aniqua Irizarry. Let's go. Yeah. How I live, baby. To the top. I ain't never gonna stop. Yeah. How I live, baby. Yeah. I don't got no time to waste. I'm trying to get cake, live straight, handle my business, then I motivate. Gotta elevate to the next level. I'm a rebel with a cause, you a devil. Decapitate you with a sword, lyrical assassination. Never been one for procrastination. Let's get to it, my nig. What we waiting for? The score we need to settle. Pop the trunk, get the medal. No more talking, we gon' get them. If they make a move, you wet them. Let them have it in the worst way. Give them the fire, apply pressure, make them feel it till they expire. entire section, your entire committee. Anything I choose to lay my head, I consider my city. I show love, respect the land, always around my hand, but don't get it twisted, I'll leave you right where you stand. Put a plan in place and I'ma work it to perfection. Stick to the script, laser focus on the objective, huh? Yeah. How I live, baby. To the top. I ain't never gonna stop. Handle biz. Yeah. Let's go. To the top. Yo. And yo, it takes money to make more, could take credit for sure. You gotta play the game if you wanna score. I'm trying to soar like a rocket and stuff my pockets. Apply pressure and straight up padlock it. Y'all need to stop it. I need deposits, contracts confirmed. Sipping on De Leon while the weed burns. You had your turn, now that I got me a seat. Some of y'all acting like you don't want me to eat, but I'ma get mine regardless of what. Whom or where they try to stunt, so I got it popping over there. True hustler is always gonna figure it out and find a way to make it happen even when they doubt. Man, I could care less about what they think. Before you blink, I polyed another deal for myself. Let the ink dry as I slide to a new level and destination, creating better situations. Yeah, handle biz. How I live, baby. To the top. I ain't never gonna stop. Yeah. Get it how I live. To the top. I ain't never gonna stop. Yeah. Sky's the limit. It's to the top from here. Go hard or go home. And we ain't going nowhere. You dig? Yo, party people, that's what we got right there for you. Brand new single dropping this Friday. Going to be available on Spotify, all platforms. Make sure you pre-save it, download it, share it. You know, as I said, I'm practicing, so you see I got to get my breath together. I'm going to continue to keep practicing because I got the tour coming up. And I want to shout out my man Smooth for helping me put this together here. Shout out to Smooth the Engineer. Make sure you follow him. And follow Freshkils. All the info is in the description. Hey, we just getting started. We're having a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And for those that watch it in the future, hey, thanks for tuning in. With that being said, one love, y'all. Live, the local live stream tour kicks off January 24th in Basel, Switzerland. That's what we got. Vamos.